Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to give my personal opinion into a comparison between three iconic titles from the Dying Light franchise. Dying Light 1, Dying Light 2, and the upcoming release of Dying Light. The Beast, which is set to launch in 2025. I'll break down all the pros and cons of each game and give you an in-depth look at how the series has evolved, from the open-world survival horror to what's coming next. But before that, this is for the people who want full in-depth details about the leaks and rumours surrounding Dying Light the Beast game. Please find some other people who's covering these topics. I'm only going to talk about the pro and cons about each game and what the next entry is offering us, with my own opinion about Dying Light the Beast. Now, with that said, let's jump into the main topic. Let's start with Dying Light 1, which first released in 2015, was underrated for what it had to offer when it officially launched. This game set a high standard for its parkour, survival horror, and immersive world building. It's a game that made you fear the night, respect the parkour mechanics, and provided a dark, intense world. Dying Light 1 is known for its fluid parkour system. The movement was fast, responsive, and really made you feel like an agile survivor. The ability to leap across rooftops and scale obstacles made exploration feel rewarding. The contrast between day and night in Dying Light 1 was one of the game's strongest features. During the day, you had a tense but manageable experience, but nightfall brought a completely new level of danger. The night was when the truly terrifying infected came out, and the dynamic between light and darkness created a sense of real horror. The world of Harran felt alive and immersive, with environmental storytelling that made exploration a key element of the experience. Every corner had a story to tell, and the subtle narrative details made it easy to get lost in the world. In Dying Light 1, the zombies were the focus. The horror elements were front and centre, making every encounter with them tense and challenging. The game nailed the atmosphere of survival in a zombie apocalypse. The crafting system allowed you to create weapons that felt satisfying to use. Plus, the hordes of zombies were truly terrifying and provided challenging, often chaotic combat. The side missions in Dying Light 1 could feel repetitive, with many of them relying on basic fetch quests or zombie-slaying tasks. While the main story was strong, the side content didn't always add to the depth. Although Dying Light 1 had great DLCs, the base game did not offer as much content as fans might have hoped in terms of exploration and side activities. Now let's move on to Dying Light 2, released in 2022. While it promised a bigger, better experience with enhanced parkour, larger cities, and a branching story, it faced a lot of criticism. Let's look at how it compares to the first game. The world of DL2 is enormous. The city of Villador is vast and filled with detailed environments, offering more areas to explore. Even though we did not get the actual 2019 demo presentation of Villador that we saw when it officially launched. The choice-based narrative and factions added complexity to the story, giving players the chance to influence the outcome of the world around them. But we all know that was a lie. The choice you made had no consequences in the end. Although Dying Light 2, Stay Human, brought more advanced parkour mechanics, offering more moves and fluid transitions between actions. You could jump in a slide and climb with even more freedom than before. Combat was smoother and more varied in DL2, with more types of enemies and a greater focus on dynamic, action-packed encounters. One of the main criticisms of DL2 is that exploration felt more like a grind. There were fewer rewards for simply exploring the world. Instead of finding blueprints or hidden treasures, players ended up grinding for tokens to upgrade gear, which lacked the rewarding discovery element from Dying Light 1. Despite the larger world, many areas of DL2 felt like they reused the same assets, resulting in a world that lacked the variety and immersive environmental storytelling found in the original game. Locations like GRE buildings, Forsaken stores, and dark hollows were often recycled too much, killing the sense of discovery. The horror atmosphere in DL2 was heavily diminished. The night, which should have been a time of danger, didn't carry the same intensity as in Dying Light 1. With the addition of the paraglider, it became too easy to escape danger, reducing the tension and fear that made the first game so memorable. The main story of Dying Light 2, which revolved around Aiden's search for his sister, lacked the emotional depth players were hoping for. Many found it hard to connect with the character, and the rushed narrative in the final act was a big letdown. The gameplay in DL2 became a grind fest with an overload of icons on the map. Quests were constantly being thrown at you, and the repetitive nature of these tasks made it feel more like a Ubisoft-style open-world game rather than a compelling immersive experience. Now let's take a look at the upcoming Dying Light, the Beast, set to release in 2025. The next chapter in the series promises to bring a fresh perspective on the franchise. Here's everything we know so far. One of the key features of the Beast is a return to the core concept of the franchise: zombies. The developers have promised a more authentic, zombie-focused experience, bringing the terror and challenge back to the forefront. While we don't have full details yet, early previews suggest that the parkour system will be further refined, combining the best elements from both Dying Light 1 and 2. The combat is expected to be more brutal and dynamic, with more strategic depth. The developers have teased that they are bringing back the intense horror atmosphere of the first game. With a greater emphasis on dark, tension-filled environments, players can expect more dangerous nights and a true survival horror experience. Dying Light. The Beast aims to deliver a more immersive world, with a focus on environmental storytelling. The new game world will feature varied, unique locations, and we're hoping for a deeper narrative that players can emotionally connect with. As of now, we don't know how much post-launch content Dying Light: The Beast will offer. If it follows the same formula as Dying Light 2, there's a risk that it could be bogged down with repetitive, grind-heavy mechanics. As with any major sequel, there's a lot of pressure on the Beast to live up to the legacy of its predecessors. If the developers fail to capture what made the first Dying Light so special, there could be backlash from fans. So, there you have it. A deep dive into the strengths and weaknesses of Dying Light 1, Dying Light 2, and a glimpse at what Dying Light: The Beast has to offer. The franchise has definitely seen its ups and downs, but with the upcoming release of The Beast, there's hope that the series will return to its roots and deliver a thrilling, zombie-focused experience that fans have been craving. Only time will tell, but we're definitely excited to see where this franchise goes in 2025. Let me know in the comments which Dying Light game is your favourite and what you're hoping to see from The Beast. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth game comparisons and reviews. Until next time, peace out.